What's going on, guys? My name is Tommy. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Wednesday Afternoon Worship. Today, at the request of the Black Dragon disciple Michael Baker, it's funny how these things get organized, we'll be covering Sun Wukong, who comes to us all the way from the Dragon Empires, more specifically, the Dragon Empire's Gazetteer. If you have any requests for this series or any other series, as always, throw them down in the comments, we'll get right on them. Before we get down to that though, real quick, this episode of Wednesday Afternoon Worship was brought to you in part by Tomoya Nagase. My friend, thank you so much for your time and support. It's on the backs of people just like you that the channel is able to do all the cool things that it is. Truly, it means the world. Now let's dive in. So, on planet Earth, Sun Wukong, also known as the Monkey King, is a figure who features in a body of legends, which can be traced back to the period of the Song Dynasty, that being an era of Chinese history that began in 960 AD and continued until 1279. He also appears as a main character in the 16th century Chinese classical novel Journey to the West and many later stories and adaptations, up to and including being the inspiration for everybody's favorite martial artist, Son Goku. In Journey to the West, he is a monkey born from stone who acquires supernatural powers through Taoist practices. After rebelling against heaven and being imprisoned under a mountain by the Buddha, he later accompanies the monk Tang Sanjiang on a journey to retrieve Buddhist sutras from the West. This guy is one of the most enduring Chinese literary characters. He possesses immense strength. He's extremely fast, able to travel more than halfway around the world in one somersault. He knows 72 transformations, but of course has trouble transforming into other forms because he can never completely transform his tail. Right down to the hairs on his body, this guy is special. Each of his hairs possesses magical properties capable of being transformed into clones of the Monkey King himself, or into various weapons, animals, objects, you name it. In Pathfinder, it's basically the same idea. Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, is a trickster god who's famous in tales throughout the Dragon Empires. Once upon a time, he was a stone statue of a monkey given life. He was made the king of all monkeys, but he wanted more. Sun Wukong sought out the Tian god of magic, Qi Zhang, hoping to obtain the secret of immortality. Qi Zhang was unwilling to part with that secret, what a surprise, but he did teach Sun Wukong many magic powers. Sun Wukong eventually became so powerful that he traveled to Pharasma's boneyard and erased his name from her records, effectively giving himself immortality. Present day, in his state of godhood, Sun Wukong is a notorious drunkard and likes nothing more than strong alcohol, beautiful women, and wild brawls. Sun Wukong spends a lot of his time wandering the material plane, drinking, carousing, and fighting, often in the guise of a drunken human martial artist. Sun Wukong is chaotic neutral. His domains are animal, chaos, liberation, travel, and trickery, with subdomains deception, exploration, freedom, protean, revolution, and thievery. His favored weapon is the quarterstaff and his symbol, a stone monkey. And that's pretty much everything Paizo gives us. So, of course, like we've been doing, we're gonna have to do a little bit of homebrew on this one. Let's start with some obediences. If you'd like to add anything to these obediences, or think you could do them a little bit better, as always, throw it in the comments. Again, maybe one of these days we'll roll up an official Black Dragon Gaming fill-in-the-blanks primer for all these gods. Until then, for Sun Wukong's obedience, meditate in front of a stone statue of a monkey, either at a temple of Sun Wukong, or by placing his holy symbol in front of you. When that hour is complete, proceed to the nearest tavern and proceed to get inebriated. If a tavern is not easily accessible, you can drink wherever you're at. Regardless, do not be afraid to pick a fight with anyone, do not be afraid to steal from anyone, and do not be afraid to attract the companionship you desire during this time. In return for this, gain a bonus on your acrobatics checks equal to half your level. For the exalted boons, let's play a little bit off Dragon Ball Z, shall we? If for no other reason than the kineticist doesn't see a lot of love across the deities in Pathfinder. Exalted boons grant us Burst of Adrenaline 3 times a day, Fly twice a day or once a day, Haste. At 16th level, a number of times per day equal to your charisma, you gain all the benefits of the feats Dimensional Agility, Dimensional Dervish, Dimensional Assault, and Dimensional Savant. You are treated as having the Abundant Step Monk class feature. If you have Abundant Step or can cast Dimension Door, you gain all 4 of these feats as bonus feats. At 20th level, you gain Burn, Elemental Overflow, Gather Power, and Kinetic Blast like a kineticist of your level. If you are already a kineticist, you can instead accept Burn without taking non-lethal damage. Sentinel boons grant us Spider Climb 3 times a day, Mad Monkeys twice a day, or Beast Shape 3, a monkey only, once a day. At 16th level, you can speak with all monkeys or monkey-like creatures as if you shared a common language. They have a starting attitude of helpful in regards to you and never attack you or your allies, unless you or your allies attack them first. At 20th level, Sun Wukong rewards your devotion by transforming you into an avatar of the King of Monkeys. Your type changes to Magical Beast, you gain a prehensile tail and a climb speed equal to your base speed, as well as a +4 to your dexterity and charisma scores. Evangelist boons grant us Vanish 3 times a day, Invisibility twice a day or once a day, greater invisibility. At 16th level, add your charisma to your stealth skill checks, and at 20th level, True Seeing, See Invisibility, and similar effects detect you as a small, harmless monkey, and you are treated as being under the effects of the Mind Blank spell at all times. In addition, you receive a bonus equal to half your level on bluff checks to appear as a harmless monkey for when people detect you in the middle of a dungeon and say, oh wait, there shouldn't be a monkey here, we're in the desert. Now over here at Black Dragon Gaming, we're pretty good at flubbing the paladins have to be lawful good thing. If you guys have been watching A House Divided, I'm playing a paladin. That paladin is lawful neutral. But we'll play these a little closer to the book, and instead of giving Sun Wukong a paladin code, since he's chaotic neutral, we'll give him an anti-paladin code. It reads as follows. I have 3 loves: drink, a good fight, and better bed company. I will always honor and cherish my loves. I will always want more. I will never be satisfied until I attain the power of godhood. Trickery is always preferable to honesty. Not even the gods are all-powerful. The Monkey King has proven that even they can be deceived. And, as my lord was king of all his kind before godhood, so too shall I strive to be the best of what I am. And hey, again, if you'd change or add anything to any of these, throw them in the comments below. So if I was playing a character who worshipped Sun Wukong, to be honest, I think I'd have to pull a lot from Journey into the West, because truthfully, we don't have a lot of information about the god in Pathfinder. It's pretty easy to say, oh, well, I'm gonna roll up a Vanara monk and I'm gonna worship Sun Wukong and that's my guy, but still there's just a lot to be desired, and to fill that out, I think we have to pull it, again, from Chinese mythology. Also, since there's such a huge Dragon Ball Z tie here, I really feel like this could be the god of the kineticists. And I think if I were to build a character who worshipped Sun Wukong, he well and truly would be a kineticist. Maybe I would abuse the adopted trait a little bit to play a human who had a prehensile tail, and in that fashion, play a Saiyan. Regardless, I really liked DBZ as a kid, and yeah, if I can find a way to bring that into my pathfinding, I'm totally gonna do so. The thing I like the most about Sun Wukong, though, applies to the GM side of the table, I think, more than the player side, because this is a god that walks among us on a very regular basis. Imagine Caden Kalian, just a little less, hey, let's drink and have a good time, and a little more, hey, let's drink and fight each other. And there's nothing saying the party couldn't stumble upon Sun Wukong disguised as a martial artist in some bar in some fantasy Asian setting somewhere. Kinda like when you run into the Daedra Lord Sanguine in Skyrim, except maybe you don't marry a Hagraven. Maybe you just tear the whole place up and then that's the quest. Because he disappears after the fight's over and the players are left holding the bag. But what do you guys think about Sun Wukong? Have you ever worshipped him? Have you ever used him in any of your campaigns? And is this a deity, much like the Dragon Empire's Lao Shu Po in Starfinder, that you'd like to see talked about more in Pathfinder 2nd Edition? Really, I think I would. And also, hey, on the subject of 2nd Edition, don't forget we're playing Doomsday Dawn right here at Black Dragon Gaming 6 lucky subscribers to a giveaway you can find if you follow this card right up here. We'll run through the Doomsday Dawn adventure, the first ever published adventure for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, just as soon as it drops, and I'm super excited for that. On the subject of giveaways, today is it. The entries for the Pathfinder 1st Edition Send-Off Tournament have been taken, they have been accepted. I am a generous god. I will give you till the end of the day if you'd like to sneak in real quick and enter for the giveaway. Otherwise, look to your inboxes, guys. 16 of you are going to be selected and sent to a private Discord server where we can start getting things organized to hold a tournament in honor of 10 years of a wonderful RPG. If you haven't quite caught up to it, or if you'd last minute like to enter, follow this card right up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. The next episode of Wednesday Afternoon Worship, where we take another patron request and we do a little bit of homebrew on a god who has never seen the light of day in Pathfinder before, except for in our homebrew setting where my paladin worships him, the Slavic god of thunder Peruna. Drops next Wednesday.